Diana is someone who has completely changed her life. She was a tax attorney in Atlanta. She raised her daughter on her own. She had a husband that was pretty epically hideous, and she ended up, on her own, empty nest. And she asks herself, what are you going to do in life, And she's not the kind of person who just does what's expected of her. And I think she decided, I had a dream when I was younger. I didn't do it, so I'm going to do it now. And it brings her somehow to Vegas. And she is not the greatest singer in Vegas, but she's good enough to be in this little crappy little lounge where nobody really listens to her and where she sings her heart out. There is a song, Cup of Trouble, that's in the movie that I wrote with Jeremy Spillman and Jared Crump, and I sing that in the movie. And then we had to find some classic songs that would be songs that these guys would remember from their childhood, so old standards. So we went through so many songs trying to figure out, to be frank, what's within my not enormous vocal range, and that I could sing, that also made sense for their nostalgia and their memories. So I sing Only You and You're Nobody Till Somebody Loves You. And then my own song, Cup of Trouble. Acting with Michael, it's like, sort of like playing with silk. Michael's like silk, he's like, there's something so old school, it kind of makes me think about Sinatra and Fred Astaire and all those guys. There's just something, so when you're acting with him, it doesn't feel, like there's any effort behind it. It's just effortless and beautiful, and you believe him, and he's Michael Douglas. It's incredible. My first scene was to hold a cup of coffee and walk and go sit on a park bench the whole time talking to Bobby De Niro. And I think if you look closely, you'll probably see my hand is shaking a little bit. But what I saw instantly when you're looking into his eyes and acting with him is, okay, that's why you're Bobby De Niro. I get that now. I get why you're you, because you're so immediately deeply into the scene because he's so deeply in there that there's nowhere to go but just let the truth of it wash over you, because that's all he does, is tell the truth. It's great. It's a beautiful combination of people because every single one of them is so different, and every single one of them is so insanely talented that just sitting there with the four of them is like, it's like some crazy, demented, wonderful acting class. John fluctuates between being directed by a sort of nerdy 9-year-old combined with some like 98-year-old wise man, and he flips back and forth between the two of them. And what he also has is this extraordinary ear. He can hear if you're just slightly off. He also has pretty good writing chops too, so sometimes he's come in there too and help make a scene work in that way. But he just has a great ear for when you're not all the way there, or you're pushing too hard, or you're just not quite telling the truth, He's there. That's the old guy. Then the 9-year-old guy makes you do stuff you don't want to do, like get out on some stupid ride on the top of the stratosphere in 30-mile-an-hour winds because it's going to be fun. And it's like, no, this wouldn't be fun to most adults, John. He's kind of both of those people.